One of the hardest things God will ever ask you to do is to walk away from something you genuinely enjoy. And not because it's easy, not because it's bad all the time, but because it's keeping you from becoming the person He created you to be. And for a lot of us, that thing isn't a habit, a relationship, or some obvious sin that we keep on going back to. But sometimes it's like the ones closest to us, it's our friends. And that's something that I've really been struggling with. I think one of the biggest struggles for Christians today is realizing that not everything that is fun is good for your relationship with God. You can have a friend group that's hilarious. You can love being around them. You can have years of memories together. You can genuinely care about every single person in that group. But if the things that happen when you're together constantly pull you away from God, eventually you're forced to make a decision. Do I want comfort or do I want my relationship with God? And I love my friends I have right now. I've got a good little group of buds and they're a ton of fun, but sometimes, we joke about stuff we shouldn't be saying and just like the things we're doing are genuinely just inappropriate and like just lead me away from God. And it's really, really frustrating because I'm stuck in between, having fun, doing what other people are doing, and I guess choosing God and choosing to benefit my relationship with Him. Because you can't keep moving closer to God while constantly surrounding yourself with things that move you further away from Him. And it's difficult for me because these aren't always bad people. In fact, sometimes they're really, really good people. They're loyal, they're funny, they're friends. They've been with you when no one else was there. The problem isn't necessarily who they are, the problem is what your environment is producing. If every weekend you're encouraged to make decisions you know don't honor God, if your convictions disappear whenever you're around certain people, if you're becoming less Christ like every time you leave their presence, then you have to ask yourself a hard question. Is this helping me follow God or is it slowing me down and keeping me away from Him? The Bible says, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Notice it doesn't say bad company destroys character overnight, it corrupts it. Slowly, little by little, one composition at a time, one decision at a time, one night at a time. The enemy rarely pours people away from God in a single moment. It usually happens through gradual compromises and decisions. Following Jesus has always required people to walk away from things. The disciples left their boats, Matthew left his tax booth, Abraham left his home. There has always been a cost in following Christ and taking up that cross. And sometimes the cost is walking away from environments, relationships, or lifestyles that you know aren't helping you grow. That doesn't mean you stop loving people. It doesn't mean you think you're better than them. It simply means you decided your relationship with God is too important to sacrifice for worldly and fun things. If God has been speaking to you about something you've been holding on to, maybe it's time to let it go. Maybe it's a habit, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a friend group, maybe it's an environment you know you shouldn't be putting yourself in. Because here's the truth. You cannot receive everything God has for you while holding on to everything He told you to leave behind. Sometimes the greatest act of faith isn't taking a step forward, it's having the courage to walk away. And when you choose God over what's comfortable, you'll discover what He has ahead of you is far greater than anything you left behind. I love you all. I hope you all have a good day. Thank you. I hope I helped you grow closer in your relationship with Christ. Sometimes the greatest act of faith isn't taking a step forward, it's having the courage to walk away. And when you choose God over what's comfortable, you'll discover what He has ahead of you is far greater than anything you left behind. I'll leave you guys with this. The people, places, and habits you refuse to walk away from today may be the very things keeping you from where God is trying to take you tomorrow. Appreciate you guys watching. I hope I helped you grow closer in your faith and have a good day.